Like this video to support. Join our YouTube family now and never miss out on epic content, entertainment, and surprises. Hit that subscribe button. Let's start. Spoiler alert.
When B, a young lady, walks into a coffee shop at the beginning of the movie, she asks the barista if she can use the restroom, but she is told that it is only for customers. When Ben, a neighboring client, sees this, he acts as though B is his wife and that he is buying her a gift to cheer her up. Attracted by his charisma, B enters the bathroom and due to the sink accidentally gets her pants wet. She then spends some time attempting to pat herself before leaving. She has a toilet seat cover attached to her shoe, so Ben calls out to her before she goes. She assumes he's about to ask her, so he does it to save face. Ben and B spend the day together hitting it off before returning to his flat to eat a grilled cheese and sleep together non-sexually. In the morning, B tries to sneak out silently, but Ben notices her and becomes discouraged. Ben's pal Pete arrives moments after and notices a screw out indicating the Ben informed B about his late mother, which he never does it with a typical hookup. Meanwhile, B calls a friend and admits that she might like Ben, but when she returns, she overhears telling Pete that she was a mess and he couldn't get rid of her fast enough, which hurt B. 6 months later, Ben and Pete meet up with Pete's sister Claudia and her girlfriend Haley. Haley introduces her little sister named B. Things quickly get tense as both buddy groups learn about their unpleasant experience. Ben and B soon begin to argue and detest one another. Claudia and Haley got engaged around a year later and will marry in Sydney, Australia. This means Ben and B must see each other again. The gang arrives and meets B and Haley's parents, Leo and Innie, as well as Pete and Claudia's mother, Carol, and stepfather, Roger. Leo and Innie anticipated B to marry first and then finish law school, ignorant that she dropped out. They also lament the breakup between B and her ex-fiancé, Jonathan, so they asked him to the wedding to bring them back together. Ben and B join Claudia and Haley to the beach, where Ben sees his ex Pete and Claudia's cousin Margaret. Claudia recognizes Ben's affections for Margaret, but she is present with her new partner Beau. The group meets for a dinner party at night. Everything is good at first until Ben and B start arguing, resulting in them accidentally lighting a firework that hits a flower display, starting a fire that spreads to Haley's hair. Fearing that their juvenile conduct may wreck the wedding, Pete, Roger, Haley, and Claudia arrange to induce Ben and B to hook up so that they can get it out their system and the wedding can go on as planned. The couple soon notices that the scheming and the swims out of the boat they were ordered to pull in, and where they debate their own plan. B, hoping to get her parents off her back, which Jonathan recommends that she and Ben pretend they are falling in love with each other, which will keep Jonathan away while getting Margaret to notice Ben again. He agrees to proceed with the strategy. Ben and B begin to pretend like they are into each other as they accompany their buddies on a trek. They try to fondle each other, but no one notices, since they spot a koala. Then they find a spider in Ben's shorts, which causes them to panic out and force Ben to remove all of his clothes in case there are more spiders on him. B ends up lending Ben her shorts. Later, Ben interacts with Leo and Innie, teaching Leo to swim the way his mother taught him, but thanks Ben for being truthful with her father. While Ben and B begin to get along better, Ben spends time with Claudia discussing that how she dubbed him, and B hangs out with Jonathan at the resort. Later, the gang goes on a nighttime boat cruise. Ben and B attempt to refocus everyone's attention by performing I Am Flying sequence from the Titanic on the ship's bow. They grab people's attention, particularly Margaret. B falls into the river and Ben goes in after her. They make it dingy before the group spots them and calls for help. While they wait, Ben and B have a heart-to-heart and Ben apologizes for what she overhears him say about her. As they are airlifted, Ben becomes nervous and B begins to sing Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield to him after overhearing him listening to it on the plane ride over, which he refers to as his serenity song to calm down him while flying. Ben and Bee are returned to their hotel where Ben serves Bee a grilled cheese sandwich, much like where they first met. Then they begin to kiss, eventually sleep together, but Ben leaves in the morning before realizing Bee has noticed him leaving, her as devastated as he is. The day before the wedding, Ben and Bee confessed to faking their relationship because they knew the others were plotting against them. Bee's parents also learn that she dropped out of the law school. A disturbance occurs when the family dog knocks over the wedding cake and Claudia rushes out. On the day of the wedding, Ben overhears Claudia and Haley arguing, giving the impression that they may cancel the wedding after everything that has happened. He goes to Bayer's room and proposes that they continue their excellent behavior for Claudia and Haley's sake. Ben and Bee apologize to them and they marry successfully. Margaret dances with Ben at the reception after claiming Beau has left. When Bee watches Margaret kiss Ben, she leaves the party upset. Ben realizes he no longer feels the same way about Margaret and learns via Claudia and Haley that Bee has gone somewhere. Ben then arranges for a helicopter ride because he knows where she went. Ben meets Bee at the Sweeney Opera House after she mentioned wanting to go there when they became stuck in the ocean. Ben recounts what occurred to Margaret and expresses his genuine affections to Bee, who reciprocate and the two kiss. The two return to the reception and dance, during which the DJ begins to play Unwritten and everyone sings to the Torment Ben. Claudia and Haley later acknowledge that they staged a fight to urge Ben and Bee to reconcile. Also, Margaret and Jonathan end up together.
Please make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. Check out the other videos if you watched this video all the way through. Cheers.